welcome back to the gym. Today we're going to be looking at squats and why it's so important. Now, I know every single one of you have tried doing squats in the past. Most of us see half-ass squats in the gym. Most of us see people just moving this and really doing nothing, okay? Today we're looking at full deep squats with a bit of a variation to it. This is actually just going to help work your glutes and your hamstrings a lot more. A muscle group that a lot of guys are lacking in the gym, okay? So the most important thing with squats is that you're feeling comfortable. Where I should start out is my feet should be shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out, okay? You're not turning your mouth this far because that's more a sumo squat. We really just want to go for a natural movement squat with a bit of a hip and a knee break at the same time, okay? So this is how it's going to look, guys. We're really going to go back down and try and squat into that motion there. Now, it might help you if you have a bench where you can sit down on behind you, okay? But once you start establishing those movement patterns, it's nice and easy. All right, come on over and I'm gonna show you how I want these squats done. So what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna be hitting 10 squats. No more than 10. If you get to 10, that's perfectly fine. If you can do more than 10, the weights are too light, or your tempo, your speed, you've gone too quickly, okay? So just try to milk 10 and milk them out and go as slow as possible, keep as tight as possible, okay? That's the maximum amount of reps that you can do today. It's only 10. Then we're gonna be looking at adding a twist into it. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be going down for one full squat and then I'm gonna go down for a half squat, okay, and back in. You're gonna see this today. It's really there to help stabilize more through my glutes and my hamstrings, recruit them more. All right, guys, so come on over and I'm gonna show you exactly how you're gonna squat, how we're gonna position the bar on our trap so it feels nice and comfortable. Okay, so come on over. Notice that I'm gonna grab a hold of these silver markers on here, both hands first, okay? Those silver markers, I want symmetry. So I'm grabbing them with both hands, hitting on the silver marker. Then I know that once I go into the bar, I'm gonna be in the middle. So I'm just right in the middle. Notice here, I have this, I cut my shoulder blades up, so I'm feeling my traps engage and the bar sits nicely on my traps, okay? So hands on, bar sits nicely on my traps, up tall. First things first, guys. A lot of guys just go down when they just squat into the movement. I want you to look down at your feet because this is where, you have to be nice and symmetrical. This is where you're driving from. So if you're not nice and symmetrical, this is where a lot of guys get the injuries, all right? First thing, I look at my feet, I'm nice and symmetrical, toes slightly turned out. I'm gonna break through the hip and go down for a squat. Okay, nice and slow. Notice how that was all controlled. I'm back through the heels, chest up high, squeeze it up. All right, now we're gonna go for that variation and that twist that I told you, that 1.5 squat. See how I'm nice and controlled in the movement? I'm not bouncing around and jerking around. It's just nice and controlled. I can feel the hamstrings and the glutes, and it just really challenges you more than just a normal squat. Now obviously, guys, if you guys can't do a normal squat, get a bench and practice sitting back through there with your hips, okay? Hip and knee drive at the same time, all right? We're not doing a low bar squat, but we're not doing essentially a high bar squat. We're going in between the two when most people are comfortable. Now if you're not comfortable during a squat, get a bench and pop it behind your hips so you got that movement pattern. It's all that mind muscle activation, unlocking the hip. A lot of guys when they squat, they just bend their knees in and they end up collapsing silly onto their toes, okay? The other thing is, if that doesn't help and your movement pattern with your squats are very terrible, you might have some restrictions through your ankles. So your dorsiflexion, the way your toes bend up, you just might be really stiff through your ankles. If that's the case, I'd advise squatting on some plates, okay? Heel elevated on some plates like this. Just be popping your heels on and you'd be coming down through here, okay? Now obviously, guys, if that doesn't help the situation and you still can't squat, then you probably get a trainer or a coach on board to have a look at your movement patterns, all right? Obviously, if it's painful, don't do it. That's very simple. All done. I'll see you in the next video.